Right. Okay. And yeah, so hidden in unemployment, we know there are some discouraged workers, right? Like those people who have been unemployed, they have tried their best to find jobs, but they just cannot find one. And at the end, they give up. Okay, they give up. And once they give up, so they're not willing to work anymore, so they are out of the labor force. Okay, but they should be categorized as unemployed as well, because they tried. Okay, but they are so frustrated, and that's why they give up. Okay, and because of that reason, we don't count them in the labor force. So that's why the figures, they will be underestimated. And we talk about another one, yeah, the people who are undergoing some retraining or re-education. Okay, so those people, when they are training themselves, okay, yeah, so before they finish their training, they have to focus on the study. Okay, yeah, but the thing is, they are trying to get a new job, but in the meantime, they have to focus on their study. So that's why they are not in the labor force because of that. Okay, yeah, and we talk about some examples last week. Okay, so here just another example for you, right? Let's say, okay, yeah, I recommended some YouTube videos to you last week, and they are so helpful. Okay, and at the end, right? So YouTube channels, okay, so all the YouTube teaching videos, if they can actually replace me entirely. Okay, so with that being said, then obviously I'm going to lose my job. Okay, because YouTube can replace me. Okay, yeah, so you don't need me anymore. Okay, so at the end, I have to find myself maybe a new career, right? Okay, but how do I do it? I have to retrain myself, because right now, this is all I know. Okay, this is all I know. So what should I do here? Okay, so here, right? So I might have to renew my personal trainer certificate. Okay, well, actually, I did renew my certificate, so I don't need to retrain myself in order to get back to this fitness career. But here as an example, just to show you. So let's say I don't have it. Okay, now I don't have it. It's expired. Okay, so if I want to get back to this career, this very exciting career, then I have to renew my certification by joining the retraining programs. Okay, yeah, got to lift all the heavy weights again, and then get myself buff, and yeah, so now I become more convincing, right, when I'm trying to get back to this fitness industry. Okay, so that's the point. But in the meantime, I have to focus on working out. Okay, learning more, training regimens and everything. Okay, so in the meantime, okay, I'm not in the labor force, right, until I get my certificate, so I'll be willing and able to find jobs. So I will be, okay, in the labor force once again. Okay, yeah. So that's the point. So right now, those people, including me in this example, we are out of the labor force, and that's why underestimation, underestimation. Okay, all right. Yeah, cool, clear. Okay, so we have two kinds of hidden unemployment, right? Discouraged workers and those people who are uh, on retraining programs. Okay, right? So hidden unemployment. Yeah, clear? Okay, right. So yeah, so let's go to the next group of people who are being underestimated. Okay, as unemployed people. So here we have under unemployment. Do you know what that is? Under unemployment? Anyone want to guess? Like under unemployment. What is it all about? Have you ever heard of this term before? Anyone? No? Okay. All right. So, under unemployment is a very simple concept, right? So, you want to think about two kinds of people, right? Yeah, when you talk about under unemployment. So, take a look at this. Okay. So, yeah, as long as you're one of those group of people, then you will be in the under unemployment. Okay, so first of all, people of working age, of course, with part-time job, but they would rather get a full-time job, but they just cannot get one. Okay, so they are forced to work in part-time jobs. Okay, they want to get a full-time job, but now, because of certain circumstances, they cannot find a full-time job. They can only work on part-time jobs. All right, so that's one of them. Okay, so that's why it's under unemployment. Okay, yeah, and yeah, we are going to explain like why they're in under unemployment very soon. And the second group here, people, right? Okay, work with jobs that do not make full use of their skills and education. Okay, so let's say you have a chemical engineering degree. Okay, but you are working as a waitress. That's the second group. Okay, yeah, you have trained yourself for so many years, right, to acquire a chemical engineering degree, but at the end you are working as a waitress. Okay, so you are not making good use of your skills and your education. So you are under unemployment. Okay, you are in under unemployment. Okay, and I can tell you, you know, me, okay, myself, I was once in under unemployment. Okay, yeah, like a few years ago. Yeah, so I don't mind sharing this story with you guys. So take a look of this, my story. Okay, so yeah, I was once in the unemployment, and like a few years ago, yeah, or what, like many years ago, yeah. So it was during the debt crisis in European countries in 2011, and that time I was still in the business industry, the commercial and financial industries. I was an accountant back then, um, and then because of that financial crisis, my company, okay, the whole team of people was fired in one day. Okay, so that day was pretty epic. Okay, so many people carrying cardboards. Okay, all the boxes. Okay, taking away all their stuff, all their belongings, and yeah, left the company. Okay, yeah, we were all fired in just one day. Okay, yeah, and because that situation there, it was a really bad situation. Okay, it is a really bad recession over there. So it was really tough to get another job for me and for all my other colleagues. Okay, it took me 3 months to get another job. Right, 3 months. Okay, 3 months. That's a lot, right? If you're a student, maybe you don't really feel it. Okay, yeah, 3 months. Yeah, you know, 3 months is just a little, right? But for people who are working, 3 months, that's a lot. Okay, imagine you have to stay at home every day, yeah, doing nothing and don't know why you're here. Yeah, that's really tough. Okay, and because of that, right? 3 months, you are giving up 3 months of salary. Okay, so as a person who is kind of responsible, all right, to this society, yeah, I decided, yeah, even though I couldn't find a decent job, but I still have to keep myself earning money. So I found myself some part-time jobs, okay, during that 3 months. So guess, take a guess, like what did I do? Washing dishes. Okay, well, at least you are saying washing dishes, right? At least no one is saying, like a male strippers or anything like that. So, that's good. All right, wait. Okay, yeah, all right, bubble tea and sales, right? Okay, any more? You see, look at that. Look at Brandon. Okay, personal trainer, right? Yeah, giving out pamphlets. Right, male escort, right? Yeah, I knew it. Okay, some people they will say this. Okay, but at the end, Ian got the right answer. Ian got the right answer. It was a very interesting experience for me. I was working as a part-time salesperson at a very fancy boutique in Tsim Sha Tsui. Yeah. Who could have thought? Who could have thought? Right, this guy right here, being a salesperson in a fancy boutique. Yeah. But yeah, that was quite an experience. Yeah, you learn a lot. How to communicate with different people. Yeah, how to promote the products and yeah, communication. Yeah, very important skills, right? And yeah, you know more about the industry because of that. So yeah, and you can see in this case here. So Mr. Sun was basically falling under both of the categories at the same time. Okay, so he's like killing two birds with one stone. Okay, yeah, except it wasn't a good, it was a good thing. Okay, yeah. See here, yeah. Part time. Well, I would love to find a full time job, but I just couldn't find it. Okay, the economy was so bad. All right, so I could only find myself some part time jobs. Right, like part time salesperson. Okay, at a boutique. Right, and at the same time, I wasn't making good use of my skills and education. All right, I got it. I got an accounting degree, but at the end, yeah, I was being a salesperson. Okay, in Chimsacho, right? Yeah, selling clothing and you know shoes, accessories, right? All those things. Okay, so yeah. At the end, right? This one is a perfect example. Yeah, to describe underemployment. Okay, yeah, but the problem here is okay. If this is the case, then I was technically employed. Okay, so I was never unemployed. So why do you think underemployment is an underestimation of unemployment? Why? Why is that? Why underemployment is an underestimation of unemployment? Because when you look at the case, I was still being employed.
Because you could have made more money if you are a teacher or something. So there's more output.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I get what Leo is trying to say. Yeah, yeah. So I could have made much more if I was being in my profession or things like that. So yeah, it's not as efficient as it can be, right? I'm not fully utilizing my skills, right? Yeah, so that's good, right? Those answers, when you all combine them together, that's exactly why underemployment is an underestimation of unemployment. Okay, right? Yeah, so very good. So very good here. Okay, so here, okay, so to explain this situation here, right? So you guys have told me the answer already. Okay, because look at this. Both of them mean, an economy is wasting scarce resources by not using them fully. Okay, yeah. So when you see here not using them fully, then okay, and that's why underemployment is an underestimation of unemployment. Okay, for unemployment, well, it's easy to understand, right? When you're not being employed. Okay, so yeah, there is a vacancy of resource right there, and no one is using that. So that is not efficiently used. Okay, that resource is not efficiently used. But when you are talking about unemployment, well, like what you have said there in the chat box. Okay, so when we have to do analysis on two groups of people there. Okay, so the first group there, you were working as a part-time worker, but you would rather work full-time. So that is one, okay, waste of resource, right? Because in your unemployment rate, no one is going to tell you how many people they are working as full time, how many people they are working as part time. Okay, so at the end, right, those people who are working as part time, they could have done way more to utilize the resources. Okay, they could have done way more. Okay, but now they can only work as a part time worker. Okay, so that's why is wasting. Okay, here you can see a waste of resource here, right? So the resources, they are not being used efficiently or fully. Okay, right? So there's the first part here, okay, because some people they could have done more, but now they cannot, okay. And for the second group of people, right? So yeah, here you're wasting your profession, okay. You're wasting on your in intelligence, okay. You're wasting on the cost that you have paid for the skills and education, because now you are not making good use of those skills and education, right? So at the end, you see, look at that. When you are, when you are like me, a few years before, then yeah, you are wasting the resources that you used for training and education. Okay, right? And at the end, all those scarce resources, they are wasted, right? So in the society, think about this. We could have done way more if they are being used efficiently and fully. But now, because of all those people in unemployment, you will see some waste. And at the end, yeah, right? So that's not good. So that is exactly, okay, matching the meaning here. So both unemployment and employment, they are trying to present the same thing. Okay, is the economy is wasting scarce resources, right, by not using them fully. Okay, so when you are drawing your PPC, okay, if you still remember your PPC, that diagram. So now your point, okay, will be inside that curve. Okay, it will be inside that curve, because we know that if the point is along the curve, that means all the resources are being used efficiently. Okay, but when the point is inside the curve, then it represents some resources are being wasted. Okay, right? Yeah. So that's what you can do with your PPC diagram. Okay. Yeah. And here, well, you can take a look of this. Yeah. Before we end today's lesson, you can take a look of this extract. Okay, of article. It's from Business Insider. Yeah. So like a few months ago, and yeah, they talk about in the UK, they have reached a lower and even lower unemployment rate, okay, to just 4%, right? But the thing is, the reason why the unemployment rate is decreasing, look at this. Unemployment is only at a record low because of a 42% increase in the number of people who are in involuntary part-time work. Okay, yeah. So sometimes, right, when you look at the figure, unemployment rate, the figure, it might not be accurately representing the true picture. Okay, and in this case here, because of underemployment, you see the unemployment rate is getting better. But at the end, yeah, it's all because of people. They are joining some involuntary part-time work. So this yeah, pretty girl here, yeah, she is probably like part-time, okay, and she doesn't want to be a bartender. Okay, just like me, I didn't want to be a salesperson in a boutique, but yeah, we didn't have a choice, so we just had to deal with it, and yeah, earn some money while we are finding some other jobs that fit us the most. Okay, so that's the case. Okay, yeah. All right, so I think that's all for today's lesson, and yeah, we will keep going on and see what are the other factors that will make that will make the unemployment rate not so accurate. Okay, next time. Okay, all right. So that's all for yeah, that's all, guys. All right, I'll let you go. Okay, I'll see you guys on Thursday. All right, bye bye, bye bye, bye bye.